Hey, YouTube community, and hopefully many other people. This is I See Jesus Everywhere again. Today, I've got one still photograph of the video Despacito. It's got 7.1 billion views, and I figured maybe if I can show you Jesus' face in it 8 times, you might think twice about what the churches have had you believing your whole life, which is the half-truth about the good news. You know, how everyone believes you just have to believe in Jesus to live forever. Well, as you'll see for the entirety of the video in John chapter 6 verse 40, for it is my Father's will that all who see his Son and believe in him shall have eternal life, and I will raise them on the last day. Yeah, it says see him. Some translations have fix your gaze on him. The Spanish version has the verb ver, which means see, which means that we've been getting the half-truth from these people for as long as I've been alive. And who do you hear the half-truth from? From thieves. And why do they tell you the half-truth? So that you don't catch them in their crime. They make us believe that if you see God's face, you must be crazy. But not just them. Not just the fake churches, the false priesthood that I hope to annihilate. Not violently, but just bring to light so that people will be like, hey, we can see Jesus' face. You guys should have been telling us this all along, but instead, you went along with the lie. And now this entire generation of 7 billion people believes that you're crazy if you see God. All the while, his face is everywhere. Now, this has many, many repercussions on society. Now, why do people rationalize sinning? One major reason is because they think God doesn't exist. Now, you're going to have a pretty tough time thinking that Jesus doesn't exist when you can see his face and everything. Now, take a look at the commandments. The first one, which almost brings me to tears, which should have been so hardened, but we should all be loving this creator that we can see. And look, how long has it been that, I don't know, my entire generation thinks it's crazy to see him. Imagine him. He's a real living being. He apparently loves us so much that he gave his son to suffer tremendous persecution and physical torment so that we could have his name to call on. And we don't deserve it at all. All of us have sinned. I've sinned. Jesus said, everyone has fallen short of the glory of God. We don't deserve it at all. But we have this path, this only hope that we, every single human being, can live by God's law. Because when you see his face, you think, sinning could, A, get me thrown into hell forever, and obeying him can increase my status for eternity. eternity. I always tell my daughters, if you want to live forever and be cool forever or be a higher status, you have to obey Jesus. He said so. He said that everyone who obeys even the least of his commands will be called the greatest in the kingdom of heaven forever. You're fighting tooth and nail to make a buck here, which doesn't reflect on your eternity whatsoever. Maybe negatively. The more money you have here, the more accountability you have, because you could have helped a lot of people. But as you obey Jesus, you're getting cooler and cooler and cooler. Your status grows and grows and grows forever. If you disobey the least of these commandments and teach others to do so, you will be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. Every single second of your life is under the microscope. And you're the only loser if you're breaking the commandments. I don't know about you, but I would absolutely love to live in a society where everyone is obeying the Ten Commandments and Jesus Christ's fine tuning. That would make life so peaceful and happy and nice. You know, we can't even imagine how beautiful it would be. Can you imagine locks would just be a useless thing? Everyone would trust everyone. No one would suffer at all. And it's all right here. We have it at our fingertips. The truth about Jesus Christ, that we can see him. And he gives us the strength to live in obedience with God.